Welcome back to the Tennessee Performance League YouTube channel, the SEC Network here, bringing you the semifinals live from Dallas, Texas, in the Cotton Bowl between the Ole Miss Rebels and the Tennessee Volunteers. Joining me up in the booth for color commentary today will be Pablo Escobar. Pablo, what are your early thoughts on this game?
What's up? I'm excited for the semifinal matchup between the two SEC teams. We have an SEC matchup on this side of the bracket and a Big Ten matchup on the other side. We're going to see which conference is better. But, I mean, we should have a tight game. We just had McCord, Tennessee's head coach, go in and upset Kansas State and Electric in the previous round, while Jackson kind of got his revenge, sort of an upset over Mason and Georgia last round. So we should have a good game.
Yeah, I do think that as well. As I believe our sideline reporter for this one, Wuchia, will be on the Vol sideline, and Tiger will be on the Rebel sideline today. Should be a good one here from the home of the Cowboys, AT&T Stadium, Jerry's World, as it's more appropriately called. Some might say this is a de facto SEC championship, as we have, at this point, guaranteed an SEC versus Big Ten championship game, as the other end of the bracket reads Notre Dame and Oregon, a rematch of the Big Ten title game set for the south side of the bracket. As we will have the Rebels kick it off here, Caden Davis, and he will boot it to the back of the end zone. Will we see a return? No, Sam's going to put his hand up, and he will take it out to the 25. Tennessee putting up more yards per game. Pretty even offensive stats for both teams, though, as Tennessee's going to line up in that spread formation they like to do. Nico with Sampson to his right. He's going to look to the sideline. He's going to drop back. First play of the game. He's looking, and he's hit as he throws. That's a very common problem for opponents of the Ole Miss Rebels this year, the defensive line. Ole Miss has done a very good job of maintaining a strong front seven throughout the year. They've survived a lot of injuries, and they are intact, trying to get a push to the national championship as Sampson's going to go out of bounds. Short gain of 3, and it is third down.
Yeah, Ole Miss has got one of the best defensive lines in the country. Walter Nolan, Princely, not 100% sure how to pronounce his last name, and then some more guys, the JJ Pegas guy or whatever his name is, that plays offense as well. It's deep. NFL talent all over it.
Always steps out. Dylan Sampson, if he'd have turned the corner a little bit sharper there, he'd have had a first, but it's fourth down, and the balls are going to come out
right
in punt position.
What do the analytics say?
Well, I think the analytics say punt, this early in the game, and I don't think there's a reason to risk it from the own side of the field, and he's going to agree with me as they will fair catch it down at the 24 as Jackson Dart, the Mormon, will come out for the first drive of the game. All right. Dart in power I with Pegues and another fullback behind him. And they're going to hand it off to Bentley. Bentley going to get hit hard. He will pick up 5. That's been a very popular formation for this Ole Miss offense as of late. It's that power I with 2 fullbacks.
Yeah, him and Georgia head coach using a lot. We've seen it a lot in the last round's matchup between the two teams.
Yep, and that one's going to be stopped by James Pierce. He's the big playmaker on the defensive side of the ball for the Volunteers, no doubt, as Ole Miss now has a third down.
What I kind of noticed watching the last game is Ole Miss bouncing that formation outside.
Yep, as Watkins is going to pick up the first. He's got a lot more down the sideline pulled down, but it will be on the Tennessee side of the field at the 47.
Bentley would bounce it outside and have a big hole, open field in front of him.
And another handoff to Bentley. He's going to get 5 once again. So if you're Tennessee, you're going to have to find a counter to this heavy formation that Ole Miss seems to like to run a lot of their first and second down plays out of. As they'll go to it again, they're going to hand it off to the other side. Bentley going to be stopped right at the line. And another opportunity for Tennessee to get off the field here maybe on third down. Dart in shotgun. Parrish to his left. Going to drop back and throw. He's got pressure. He finds Watkins once again. And once again, another first down catch for Jordan Watkins. He's back in power I for this one. Pegues is going to get the handoff. We've seen this a lot. Pegues breaking up field. He's going to get the first down. Big man J.J. Pegues. And we're going to see him lined up as the running back again with two fullbacks in front of him. Power I at the 13. Pegues going to get the handoff. He's going to break a tackle. Going to get pulled down by the linebacker after a gain of 3. And for those of you who think, oh, this is unrealistic, that Ole Miss would never run this, they do. They run this in real life all the time, rather annoyingly, as he's going to get another handoff to Pegues, and he's going to get another first down to the goal line here.
Yeah, this defensive tackle has like over 5 touchdowns in the season. So, I mean, it's not like something they do this a good bit, running the ball with him. But I just think you got to make an adjustment on the defensive line with Tennessee.
You've got to start coming out in goal line, your 6'2s, your 5'3s to counter this formation if you're Tennessee.
You got to get a guy in front of the center, in my opinion.
You're going to try that with the linebacker there. Dart. Pegues is going nowhere. Actually going to lose a yard and it's going to be 3rd and 2. Third down and 2 as we come to just under a minute to go in this first quarter. Dart under center. Gonna hand off to the right. Does someone get there? No, they don't. Right throws him down to the ground. And a touchdown for the Ole Miss Rebels. They strike first here in Dallas. And the extra point is up and good by Caden Davis.
I mean, you got to feel for the Tennessee coach. That playing against that playbook's got to be pretty annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, it seems like if some adjustments would be made, he could take a chip at it and shut it down. But now he's playing from behind, which has not been a very successful formula for opponents of Ole Miss because of this defense. As Nico going to look to the sideline. He's got spread formation. He's got Sampson to his right in the backfield. Going to drop back to throw. He's going to go deep. He's got a man. There's White down the sideline. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they're an extra point away from tying this game as Squirrel White, the junior out of Alabama, makes the catch. And they're right back in it.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much the opposite of what we've seen from Ole Miss. Ole Miss going running the ball down with a defensive tackle, and then Tennessee throwing a touchdown pass to the fastest receiver in the game almost. So
Ole Miss has done a very good job of, as we see some trolling in the end zone, a Jackson Classic at this point, as Ole Miss has done a good job thus far this season of limiting the big plays, as I'm sure that Portal Pete, as they call him in Oxford, is not going to be happy about that one. As Ole Miss once again going to line up in a power I formation with 2 fullbacks. Hand the ball off to Parrish. Parrish got some room up the middle. First down, Ole Miss.
I think on the defensive end, you got to go bigger.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna play like every play is on the goal line, you're gonna have to make some adjustments and play like every play is on the goal line. As Dart, this one's gonna be play action. He looking for Parrish. He's gonna throw it out of bounds. He went deep. There was coverage there by 18 as he just kind of throws it away, and now it's second down.
You know, there for a second, he had a little opening out there, but it's just not able to take advantage.
Here we go, 13 seconds left, and Bentley is wide open over the middle of the field. Good tackle by 17 to prevent a first. But it'll be 3rd and 1, and I think everybody in this stadium knows what's going to be coming up after we get out of this quarter break, where the score is Ole Miss 7, Tennessee 7. We'll go down to the sidelines. First, we'll go down to Tiger on the Rebel sideline. What's going on down there?
Hi, is my mic working? Just want to make sure.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, Jackson's kind of cooking right now with that, triple I formation with the 3-2 fullbacks and the running backs. So, he's got a game plan, he's sticking to it right now.
All right, and Lucia, what adjustments do the Vols need to make in this quarter to stop this Ole Miss offense?
We just gotta stop the runs up the middle. I've had a history with playing McCard in the beginning of the game when this came out with Rutgers and Tennessee, and he usually covers the outside pretty well, but the inside is just the biggest issue of his defense. And Jackson using that special formation that him and the Bulldogs share. He just needs to just stop up the middle just to figure it out, even just contain him for a few yards.
Yeah, as Parrish is going to break free here, going to get pushed over the first down marker for another first down. Again, yes, actually, funny story, my very first ever CFB online game was against McCard and the Volunteers. My Bulldogs came out with a 6-0 win because neither one of us knew how to play offense back then, but he's used to being in low-scoring affairs as Dart's got to throw it away, and it's going to be second down. Tennessee, to their credit, done a good job of shutting down play action out of the power I, as they're going to line up in shotgun this time with Bentley to his left. Dart going to survey the field. He's got the crossing route, but Watkins got tangled up with his tight end there, and now it's third and long, and might be the best opportunity you get all drive to get the Rebels off the field. Dart going to draw back to throw. He's got pressure from Pierce. He's going to take a shot, and it's going to be knocked
Incomplete.
away. Almost intercepted, almost a catch. As 4th and 10, what do we see from Jackson Altman and the Rebels here? I believe they will stay out and go for this. Oh, now they're going to punt it.
Are you
Thought they
sure
were
about
lining
that?
up in an offensive formation, but the fake punt is still a possibility, and there it is. Tangled up. 50-50 ball knocked away. Tennessee will regain possession at midfield.
I mean, if there's ever a spot you're gonna do a fake punt, it's got to be at that spot. To be honest, with
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
already
that's
in
that's a good
opposing
spot
team's
for a
end
fake
zone.
punt. I agree. But Tennessee, I don't want to say they weren't necessarily ready for it, as they were lined up in a normal punt formation, but they just made a play on the ball, as Nolan's going to swallow it up for his first tackle on the day, and a loss of one.
It's interesting for fake punts. There's no such thing as pass interference, so you can do whatever you want to knock the ball down in a fake punt situation.
Yeah, and State's the tight end, going to get 6. It's going to be 3rd and 5. What do you draw up here for the Vols? They're going to go in gun wide formation with Sampson to Nico's right. Nico, look at the sideline. Clock's ticking here, just under 4 minutes left in the second half, or second quarter. Gonna run it with Sampson. That's just not gonna work. Swallowed up by a storm of Rebels, and Tennessee gonna have to punt again.
We got a really good shot to pin them back deep here, punting from the midfield.
As Ross will boot it away. It will be fair caught by Sanders at the 16. So I believe this is Ole Miss ball to start the second half. So if you're Jackson, you can just take your time here. As first play, Dart going to hand off to Bentley. Going to be swallowed up by that defensive end there. And it's going to be a loss of one. As we see Tennessee's running back Dylan Sampson is 3rd this year in total rushing yards in the nation. I believe that makes him the SEC leader. As I believe the leader is actually Liberty's running back, who Tennessee bested in round 1 to get here. As Dart going to take us, it's going to be a screen pass to Parrish. He's got some green. Can he get to the first down? No, he can't. Pulled down short, and now it's going to be 3rd and 3. Dart drop in back to throw. He's got the tight end, knocked
Oh, and he
heavy
holds
hit,
on.
and Pierkinson hangs on for a first down.
Pierkinson, preschool
That's
name, but
I don't concern myself with the names of tight ends, but Dart Gonna hand off to Parrish again. He got Pierce with the fake.
Oh,
Parrish got some open space, and he's gonna be pulled down at the 49.
that's kind of what you run into though with using the defensive lineman, the middle of the field, like running the ball and throwing the ball. It's pretty open.
Pretty open. As the first play from scrimmage going to be a screen. Pierce had it snuffed out, and Parrish is probably lucky he dropped it because that would have been a loss, as Pierce was right there to stop that screen. And it's going to be second down. As Dart, they're going to change formation, send Parrish in motion, and there's movement up front, and I believe that will be 5 yards back. So this will turn into 2nd and 15.
If you look under Dart, he's having a little bit of wear and tear here in the second quarter. So that could be something to monitor. He gets hit a few times.
Tears. Watkins. No, that's not Watkins. My apologies. That's Davis. He's going to get 8. And that makes it a 3rd and manageable here for Ole Miss. Back at midfield. We know Jackson likes to be in this position here in midfield because you just have a lot of options open here for fakes and trickery and that sort of thing. As Dart going to be hit by Pierce. He had the tight end over the middle, but Pierce is going to get in there. And 4th and 7. Once again, the Rebels offense will stay out.
I know Ole Miss is just a super aggressive offense, but in my opinion, I'm probably going to be punting this deep. Trying to pin
I agree.
Deep.
I would probably punt it, pin them deep, get the stop, and you get the ball out of half. But we all know Jackson likes to go against the trends, as he's got 4th and 7 with Bentley lined up to his left in the shotgun formation. Dart gonna throw to Bentley. He drops it. Can't hang on. The hit laid by number 25, and Tennessee has great field position to get some points on the board before halftime.
See, if you're Tennessee right here, I'm not risking anything. I'm just trying to get into field goal range, not let Ole Miss get the ball back and take a lead into half.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Squirrel White with another catch. Clock is ticking. We're going to go under a minute as he gets a gain of 7 and gets it over to the Ole Miss side of the field. Nico's got Sampson once again lined up behind him to his right. He's got 2 receivers out in the spread formation. Sampson going to get the handoff. Will he get the first?
3rd and inches.
No, sir.
See a timeout from Tennessee.
So on 3rd and inches, what will this normally spread out offense look like? They're going to stay in the shotgun with Sampson to his left. A lot of shifting on the Ole Miss D-line. That leaves the tight end states wide open. And now they get closer to field goal range. They might be in it at the 31. They're going to run hurry up here. Still 2 timeouts left. Nico going to snap it. He's going to run the football with Sampson. Sampson making a man miss. He's going to be pulled down after a gain of 7, and there's the timeout. So now Tennessee in a very good position here. They still have a timeout with 26 seconds left, and they are in field goal range.
You see on that 3rd down conversion, Jackson elected to rush the middle linebacker, leaving his zone wide open. So,
yeah, and Sampson's going to take it around the left tackle there. It was a good job blocking off Princely. As now they're down to the 12, and now if you're the Vols, you can hurry up and maybe start thinking touchdown here. You can push the ball a little closer.
You just don't want to make a costly mistake and turn the ball over.
That cannot happen. Nico going to scramble. Nico hit a lot. Going to get pulled down after a gain of 9. It is 2nd and 1 from the 3.
I'm getting down.
No timeouts left. Well, to be fair, he really didn't have an opportunity to. Nico looking to throw. Nico got to run. Nico doesn't have a man. He's going to throw it away with 8 seconds left.
Yeah, it's a good decision. Throw it away right there. There's nothing doing.
Yeah. Third and 1. Ball on the 3. Nico in shotgun formation. He's going to drop back. Does he have a man? He's going to run. He's going to make a man miss, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Nico with his first rushing touchdown of the game, and the Vols take a 6-point lead, and it will become a 7 after they hit this extra point. As will we see some kickoff antics here from Jackson? He did run one back in the Sugar Bowl, as he's just going to take a fair catch, and he will be at the 25. So if you're Tennessee here, no big plays, get everybody back, make the tackle, and get in the locker room with this 7-point lead. That can be very valuable, as we've seen in these games.
See Tennessee coming out in the prevent. I mean, if Georgia's head coach is watching, he's gritting his teeth looking at it. He says prevent prevents you from winning, actually. I'm just
Yeah, I mean, that's just
not
what the wise man says.
I'm
As
not
a screen pass
in
is going to be
agreement.
foiled. Dart, does he have anything? He's throwing across his body. That's
Oh
picked
my
off.
goodness.
But luckily, the tackle is there to save 6. Not a wise decision from Dart, but the tackle makes the tackle, and we will go into the half with Tennessee leading 14-7. As we'll go down to the sideline. We'll start off with Lucia this time. Lucia, what's the vibe for the Volunteer faithful?
The volunteer faithful are rowdy right now here in AT&T Stadium, known as Jerry's World, that just had an issue before kickoff with a big piece of metal coming down to the field, but everybody's okay. But as long as the Volunteers can keep this up, it could possibly punch them a ticket to the Natty against whomever it is, Oregon or Notre Dame. But this is not a good start so far
Ooh,
for a first down.
that's a big
Volunteers
tackle
need
by
to
that
keep
safety.
executing on offense and make sure you strap it down on defense. Pause, no diddy. Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
And we'll go down to Tiger, the Rebel sideline reporter. Tiger, how does Ole Miss get back in the lead?
I think you just gotta be a little bit, less cute on the fourth downs. You just gotta really, put the ball in their court. You don't have to give them that good field position by not converting on a 4th and 10.
Yeah, I agree. The aggressiveness is kind of caught up to the coaches. Oh my goodness, that was a risky throw.
You
Lane
seen
better be thanking his lucky stars that Watkins held that block there, because if he didn't, that was 6 going the other way.
yeah, you seen 17 come off that block. That's something that happens a lot on them RPO, them bubbles, is the corner
Tennessee
playing
going to
it
shut that
aggressively.
down. Tennessee going to shut down this Maryland heavy. Jackson kind of went away with it at the end of the second quarter, and he's back here with it with Parrish getting another handoff. He's going to try to break outside in a swarm of orange, and now it's 3rd and long for Ole Miss.
With the Jackson offense, he's in 4-down territory right here. He's just trying to get
He
7 or
definitely
8 back
is.
to.
Make it manageable. As Dart gonna drop back to throw. Pierce hit
He's
him.
hit.
Oh my goodness! Parrish
Oh
gonna
my!
make the catch, and it's 1st down. Have you ever seen a play like that?
That is ridiculous. That could be a play we look back at because that was about to be an incomplete pass, and Tennessee most likely getting the ball back.
Shades of Quincy Attaboy Joe at Alabama in 2015 when the catch went off of, I believe it was Metcalf's hands and into the hands of Attaboy Joe, as famously said, that led Ole Miss to victory in Tuscaloosa that day. We'll see if it leads him to victory here, as Parrish is going to be stopped that time. Just unfortunate if you're Tennessee, but you got to just tip your cap. That's a heads-up play by Parrish.
I know I'd be not the happiest camper.
Well, no, I'd be fuming. Everyone, I think, that would be equally, as Parrish just won't go down. Going to be stopped for a gain at 2. It's going to be 3rd and 5, as this clock is running just about under 2 minutes. Well, just about over 2 minutes left in this quarter. Watkins left wide open on the slant, and he's going to bring it down to the 12 for another Rebel 1st down.
Tennessee's got to get him off the field on 3rd down. They've converted some. What was that? 3rd and 7, and then before that was 3rd and 14.
Yep.
So it's 2
All right,
3rd
handoff
and
on the power
longs.
eye. Parrish going to spin off of a tackle. He's not going to get much more. He's going to get a gain of 4. Henry Parrish has really come alive this drive for Ole Miss.
Parrish running hard.
As here they go again. Parrish. Parrish has some green. Can he get there? No, he doesn't. It is 3rd and 2 with the ball on the 5-yard line. Here comes Dart. Gonna drop back to throw. He's going to Parrish, and he drops it. He had
See,
Watkins too on the crosser, and he didn't
yeah, I was
take
about to
it.
say, Dart misses the drag over the middle, but
And 4th and
you
2.
know,
This will be a
no one
big stop for
likes
Tennessee.
no one likes being told who was open after the play, but
I don't think anyone in this league enjoys it. As Dart throws short and it's knocked away, and once again on 4th down, Tennessee gets off the field. As I don't think the coach will complain about it too much, but you'd like to think if that guy catches it, it's going for yards the other way. And false
that's gonna be
start.
offsides.
That will be
That's
offsides.
offsides.
Never mind, as that's going to be a
The
big run
defensive line was
regardless.
shuffling. Yeah, offsides. I'm centering Perkins, the
As they'll
sophomore from
take
Mississippi.
they'll take the big run, and they get the breathing room they need. 1st and 10, ball on the 23.
So you're seeing this shift from the defensive line of Ole Miss. I don't really know
Yep.
what's going on there.
As I don't know why
That's,
they keep shifting, but it seems like what they were doing earlier worked a lot better when countering this Tennessee run game, as that is back-to-back big runs from Sampson. We haven't really seen that a lot from opponents of Ole Miss this year.
yeah, I'm thinking the switch of the defensive line is supposed to have some sort of pass rush advantages, get the offensive
Nico gets
line
a tackle, an extra
out of
little
position.
lick out of bounds. I don't know if the referee was looking elsewhere, but they gain a 6 on the play. As that will take us to quarter number 4. Tennessee hanging on to a 7-point lead against Ole Miss. We'll start with Tiger. Tiger, how does Ole Miss get off this field and get this ball back?
All right, let's see. We gotta get the stop, and I think just kind of have to contain. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket. Stop the run.
Well, Sampson's he's gonna get a big run as soon as Tiger says the key to stop the run. He's gonna get down to the 50. We'll go to Uchia. Uchia, what adjustments has Tennessee made to get this run game going?
Just an equivalent of the Auburn Tigers, just ground and pound football here. And if you want to stop the run, you gotta change something on defense. I've seen that he's been adjusting his linemen, moving to the left, to the right, but then McCarr just comes out and just fakes. It rolls out with the QB with a gain of 2. That's still manageable. Gain of 2 yards. You're still
Mm-hmm.
running the ball. You're still making it easier for yourself to get this first down. No matter what you do, Jackson really needs to step it up on defense and see if you can find a certain formation to maybe contain this powerful run scheme of McCarr.
Mm-hmm. As 3rd and 5, Nico's in trouble. He's got a 1 coming after him. Nico, he's going to break
And
a tackle, going
Nico,
to break another tackle and slide down. That's a costly missed tackle. 2 costly missed tackles, rather, for Ole Miss, as now the Vols are nearing field goal range once again, down to the 30. They're going to change some things. They're going to swap around the formation, move Sampson to his left. Nico going to hand the ball off to Dylan Sampson, and he's going to get a gain of 4. So we see Ole Miss trying some different things on defense, some different formations to try to slow down this Tennessee offense, who has been marching down this field pretty methodically this whole second half. Is Spelden going to get the handoff? He's only going to get a gain of 1, and now it is 3rd and 5. And if you're Ole Miss, you really need to get him off the field here.
what kind of hurts you're stopping the run game playing against this Tennessee offense? How spread out the receivers are. You don't really have your DBs have to be so spread out. You don't really have any help from the DBs when it comes to
Yeah.
stopping the run.
It's on 3rd and 5. Nico will be in the shotgun by himself. He's got 3 out right, 2 out left. Nico dropping back. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's going to shed a sack. He's got some space. Nico, Imalavea, first down, Tennessee. What a play.
At what point are we throwing on chew clock as the Tennessee head coach and
I
running
don't
it
know.
into?
I think that should have came, but I just know that Jackson has got to be fuming. He had the sack, and Nico sheds the tackle.
Just gotta wonder.
Is that a little payback from the Parrish catch on 3rd and long? Nico
Must
going to take
be.
it. Sampson in the flat. Sampson has some space. He's hit hard. Gain of 7 on the pitch and catch, though. Nico only thrown 8 passes today.
That really just has been the game plan. When they seen Ole Miss coming out with the run, they had to adopt it. And
Yep, Sampson fighting. Sampson touchdown, Tennessee. What a play, Dylan Sampson. And in a similar way that I believe it was the Auburn running back Hunter shed those tacklers at the goal line to win the Iron Bowl, Dylan Sampson just won't go down. And Tennessee takes a 2-touchdown lead with just about 2.5 minutes left in this game.
in the offseason, Pete Golden's going to have to go look for some guys that can make a tackle maybe. Or maybe do some tackling drills with the guys he's already got. But
Yeah, Portal Pete going to have to hit
something's
that
gotta
portal
happen.
once again. But this game is not over. Ole Miss, with the offensive weapons they have, can definitely score quick. As Dart's going to line up in shotgun by himself. They do have 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Dart dropping back. Pierce in his face. Dart makes him miss. Dart going deep to Trey Harris, who makes the catch.
Makes the catch.
That's the superstar ability that you get with a guy like Trey Harris on your side. As I hate that I'm saying that about an Ole Miss receiver, but he truly is one of the best in the game. As they're going to him again, Harris makes another catch.
Trey
Touchdown,
Harris.
Ole Miss. Trey Harris put the team on his back, and that'll do it. He hits the gritty.
Oh my goodness, Trey
Ole Miss
Harris.
is not, as they're going for 2. I don't know what analytics have convinced him to do this, but he's going for 2.
It's something a lot of teams do now because statistically, 2-point conversions are 50-50. So if you go for 2 of them, then
Oh, and the false start. They tried to catch Tennessee lacking, tried to get him to commit, and the guard wasn't on program with the rest. So now the extra point will come from the 8. Caden Davis, no problem. 21-14. Like I said, with the offensive weapons Ole Miss has, this game is not over. And Trey Harris proves me right. As onside kick will come. We know that Jackson's had a lot of practice with this. Will he get it when he needs it most? Kick is on the ground. No one gets it.
got
Ole
it.
Miss is on top
Ole Miss
of
got
it.
it.
Are you kidding me? The Rebels are mounting a historic comeback here in the Cotton Bowl.
Okay, Caleb, if you score a touchdown right here, are you going for 2 or are you
This is
taking your
insane.
points? on overtime?
Oh, man. I really couldn't even tell you. Like, I don't even know what I would do in this situation. But honestly, with the string of luck I've been, I would take it to overtime because I would bet on my defense making a stop before his. But, I mean, I could see the argument for going for 2 in the win. Dart. Going to hand off to Bentley. They still got to get in the end zone. It's going to be stopped short. It's going to be 3rd and inches.
I know we're probably going to have a few statements from the Tennessee coach after the game as what's meant this comeback was a 2 jump balls and an onside kick.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
it's a rough way to go out if he loses this one. As Parrish, the RPO, he's got some space. Harris can't lay the block down. They're going to pull him down in bounds, though, so the clock will still run. First down, Ole Miss to the 26. This is insane. I've had the pleasure of calling one of the greatest games in HPL history last round, and I'm getting another opportunity to do it this round. He's down to the 10. There's a minute left in this game. Can Tennessee
right here.
stand tall? Parrish breaking to the end zone gets pulled down at the 4, and a timeout for Tennessee. He wants to make sure that if Ole Miss scores, he gets this ball back. I think preparing for that 2-point conversion that we know Jackson loves to get risky with. Parrish is going to walk in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. What do we do here? Is it time? You know, as our good buddy always, Joker, would say, when the
Analytics.
chips are pushed to the center of the table, It's how you react that defines a legacy. The extra point is good. Oh man. And it is a tie ball game. Oh, you know the Vols fans are wrenching in pain at the way the Rebels have been able to mount this comeback.
I'm hoping for overtime. I'm trying to watch some more, to be honest. But
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be upset at it, but Tennessee, they just want to take it down. They want to score. They want to get this game over with and go to the national championship, something Tennessee hasn't done since 1998 is play for a national title. And Samson going to run. Samson has some room. Samson down to the 38. Tennessee going to go hurry up here.
all they need is a field goal.
It needs a field goal, like you said. Nico Sampson going to be hawked down there by number 38. You saw him try to strip that ball out as a turnover would be detrimental to the Vol faithful. Nico's in trouble. He's going to throw it away. And that clock stops at 32. It's not the sight you want to see if you're in orange. You do not want Ole Miss to get this football back with the way those last two drives have gone. As he's got three spread out right. He's got Brew McCoy out left. Nico looking to throw. He's going deep and it's intercepted. Washington has some space to return it. Dylan Washington.
No way.
And this
Ole
ball
Miss.
is at the 30. Ole Miss. And what would definitely go down as the biggest comeback in Hennessy Performance League history. Parrish, he's got a wide open space. Oh, this is going to be a gut-wrenching loss for Tennessee unless we see like a missed field goal or a block or something, which at this point in the game I would not be surprised. As no, Tennessee will not take the timeout. They're going to run this clock down, and what is a relative chip shot field goal from the 14
I figure
will
we're going to try
determine
to
this
see an
game.
ice from Tennessee right here. We're going to try to
Will
ice
we
the
see
kicker.
the ice with 3 seconds left? Maybe we don't see the ice. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And Jackson Altman, from down 21-7 to start the fourth, has pulled off the comeback and will play for a national championship.
Wow.
Have you ever seen a game like that?
Wild.
I've quite
gonna-
frankly
we're-
just never.
We're going to look back at the pass that deflected off a defensive or an offensive lineman's head and was caught by Parrish, where he ended up scoring a touchdown on that drive, I think. Did he not?
They did
When
end up
Tennessee was
scoring
gonna
on that
stop.
drive. 17 unanswered in the fourth quarter to beat him. Just a gut-wrenching loss for Tennessee. We're going to go first to the head coach of the Ole Miss Rebels, Jackson. I think that the question that's on everybody's mind is just how. How did you manage to pull that off?
Damn, I have no idea. I mean, we got Tiger on my sideline. I think that's the only reason.
Gotta be, really.
That was insane.
Oh, man. Well, are there any other questions for the Ole Miss coach? I'm sure there is.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, you go
Unless
ahead.
Pablo does.
You go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's not so about the game, I guess, but congrats to the win. But you're back in the championship game. I believe you got it last year as well. If I don't know if you can tell that, confirm that, but back in the championship game, and you want some revenge this time. You might play, I believe, your friend Lemons this time. Are we hoping for a Lemons Jackson matchup in the championship?
I mean, I'm good with whoever, but yeah, Lemons, I know all about how he plays. I've been playing him since like Madden 15, so like 11 years, so yeah, or 10 years, but yeah, I know all about how he plays, but I'm cool with anyone. I don't know.
Well, Jackson, there's been a little bit of conference animosity here between the Big Ten and the SEC, and it looks like we're gonna have a Big Ten SEC championship. Are you gonna be able to put the SEC on your back and win it?
I'll show the Big Ten who the best conference is.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't retract my statement from earlier. I thought that the winner of this game is the national champion, and sadly for me personally, it's going to be Ole Miss. But I don't think that. I think that Jackson is definitely a user that's worthy of winning the national championship. So at least I can sleep on that. But that's all I have. Jackson, go celebrate or change your drawers or whatever you got to do, because we're going to go over to the losing coach in McCard. You had a 21-7 lead in the fourth quarter, and you can't get it done. Talk to me about the feelings that you're feeling right now. One
Just
game short of the Natty.
I'm just annoyed. Just, sir, it's just that onside kick, just bullshit. We got two guys just walk over the football, somehow can't fucking grab it. No, just can't fucking grab a fucking football. Literally all I do is grab it and I'll probably win. Or at least at worst in overtime. Not that fucking bullshit.
Strong words, but who could blame him after a loss like that I don't think we've seen anybody in HPL take at this high of a stage. Does anyone have any other questions for the volunteer coach?
I have a question. McCard, you were running the ball great all day. We saw the deep ball from Squirrel that got you that touchdown, and then we proceed to go on defense. Everything was looking good so far, and then Trey Harris just what could you have done to contain Trey Harris those last few drives? Making those two big catches and stepping up for the Ole Miss Rebels.
Should just let the CPU use it, not me. I tried to use those two to get the user pick and just messed up. Should just let the CPU try to take care of it. That was on me. The other shit, I don't know, man. Those two, though, I just tried to user it.
Yeah, that's a lot of. I mean, it's pretty RNG, but at the same time, Jackson did a good job getting in position. That's just a tough look, especially with a guy like Trey Harris, who's like a 6'3" guy. How tall is 6'2", 205 guy? I mean, he's a big receiver, and that's just his game. So it's tough, but it's just the same thing happened to me. Trey Harris did the same thing to me. So
It's just ridiculous. That's what it is.
And also, I have one more question for McCard. You just closing into the Natty, but now knowing that you and your team can get here, what steps are you going to take heading into next season with, let's say, your recruiting class or the development of Nico?
I'm just going to return the same players as the next year. I mean, I'll be back again next year. Maybe next year in this position, the CPU can learn how to grab a fucking football that sits on the fucking ground.
And that's going to be language, but we understand.
We're okay. It's completely justified after a loss like that. God bless. Yeah, that was rough. Even my voice is tired of just the constant back-to-back thrillers for the Tennessee Vols as their season ends here at the hands of the Ole Miss Rebels. It was tough to watch. Trey Harris had 2 catches all game, and those were the 2 catches that put him in position for the onside, where we saw very reminiscent of the Falcons' loss in Dallas on the onside kick, and then the long touchdown drive, and Lucia can mute his mic, and then the pick thrown by Nico, the long return, sets up the field goal. Ole Miss wins. I mean, it is very RNG, but then again, Nico shed like 40 sacks on that last drive where Tennessee scored. I mean, I don't want to say it's even because it definitely wasn't, but
we had a football bounce off a helmet, and then 2 players miss it on the ground. Breaking tackles, yeah, but that shit just.
That too. Rough way to go out, but regrettably, and I hope I never have to utter these words in real life, but Ole Miss is going to the national championship. to face the winner of Oregon and Notre Dame. I don't know when that game is going to come, but it will be here. I believe that with the way the sim timing works out, we will be in the off season by this time next week. So everybody can get their recruiting hats on and start going in the living rooms because it's about that time of year for Flipmas, as they call it down here in Mississippi.
Kind of
But as
crazy. I want to
oh,
just
go
chime in
ahead.
here. Kind of crazy how we're just getting a default Big Ten and SEC championship here. We would have thought it would have been the Big 12 or Electric, but Jackson just stepping up in the playoffs when it matters most. And yeah, also kind of crazy how I'm the only black guy here, and it's kind of the cotton ball. I'm the only one, just yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
end it
ending the
on that. We'll
stream,
end it on
so
that one.
yeah, just
We'll
say
end it on that
goodbye.
one. So as for my color commentator Pablo and the sideline porters Tiger and Lucia, I'm Hail State signing off for this edition of Hennessy Performance League College Football.
Wow.